"Peter, come!" Peter blinked through the storm. His heart pounded as the voice cut through the howling wind. It was him, Jesus, standing on the waves, his figure glowing in the stormy night. Peter's mind raced. What kind of man stands on water? What kind of man invites others to do the same? But Peter was no ordinary man anymore. He had seen miracles, the blind seeing, the lame walking, the dead rising. He had witnessed Jesus feed thousands with just a few loaves and fish. This Jesus was different. He wasn't bound by the rules of the world. So why couldn't Peter walk on water too? Without thinking, Peter swung his leg over the side of the boat. His fisherman's hands gripped the edge as the freezing water lapped at his feet. For a brief moment he hesitated. The wind screamed, the waves roared, but Peter's eyes were locked on Jesus. Then he let go. At first it was surreal. His feet didn't sink. The water held him solid as stone. Peter was walking on water. He took a few steps forward, a grin spreading across his face. He had never felt so alive, so full of faith. Jesus was right in front of him, smiling, his hand outstretched. But then it hit him. The wind, the waves, the impossibility of it all. His eyes wavered, glancing down at the churning sea below. Panic clawed at his chest. The water, once solid beneath his feet, began to give way. Peter plunged into the depths. Cold water engulfed him as he gasped for breath. "Lord, save me!" he cried, flailing in the darkness. But before the terror could consume him, a strong hand reached down, pulling him up. It was Jesus. "Why did you doubt?" Jesus asked, his voice calm amid the chaos. As they climbed into the boat, the wind ceased. The waves calmed. Peter, still dripping and breathless, stared at Jesus in awe. This was no ordinary man. This was the Son of God, the one who commanded the seas, who lifted him from the depths when his faith faltered. In that moment, Peter's heart knew what his mind had always suspected. With Jesus, nothing was impossible, even for a simple fisherman like him. From that day forward, Peter's faith was unshakable, for he had walked on water, but more importantly, he had been lifted by grace.